Welcome to Stop the Madness. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Stop the Madness. I'm your host, The Kid Plot. Thank you for joining us once again. I'm over here with my co-host, Isaac Cotto. We are back in the building with another great video for you guys. But before we get started, like the video, share the video, comment on the video.
3K's around the corner.
And subscribe to the channel and help us get to 3,000 subscribers, please. We appreciate it. Appreciate everybody's support. What are we talking about?
Dude, it is a super hot topic. I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix, the story of the Menendez Brothers.
The Menendez Brothers.
The Menendez Brothers. Yeah. Yes, the Netflix show came off and went on fire. And, dude, these dudes look like they're about to get out.
Get out of here.
Let's check out this video.
I'm not even aware of this. This is new to me.
Check this out.
This is a case where we've had many people in this office spend a great deal of time reviewing the case. I have to tell you unequivocally that we don't have a universal agreement. There are people in the office that strongly believe that the Menendez brothers should stay in prison the rest of their life, and they do not believe that they were molested. And there are people in the
All right, just real quick, the quick summary. They had their first trial. It was a hung jury. No one can agree. It was basically a 50-50 split.
Mm-hmm.
They thought because they were viciously molested as children, going into adults, that was one of the reasons, the main reason why they shotgunned both their parents. And so they admitted to committing the murders, but their goal was to get like a manslaughter, which would have been a 15, 20 years sentence, which is a killing, reckless conduct that leads to killing, or emotional conduct.
Right.
Then you kill the person out of something emotional.
Right.
And so it's manslaughter versus premeditated. They had a second trial. The judge says, you can't talk about this child abuse stuff.
Right.
They get convicted for murder. And they basically get sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
And that's where the mixed emotions are, is whether or not you believe they were molested or not.
Right. And so recently, they found a letter that Eric, the younger brother, had written his cousin years before, like a year or so before the murder, talking about how his dad was abusing him, and he was worried that his dad was going to come in the room and this, that, the other. And that type of evidence, if allowed, could have had a major impact in their case.
Interesting.
Plus the fact that they've been in jail for 35 years and have been like model prisoners.
Right.
So it's a mix of, you know what, if this evidence would have been allowed, plus one of the Menudo kids, now adults, filed a lawsuit against Eric's dad, the brother's dad, saying he raped him when he was visiting the Menendez brothers.
Oh,
so you take that mixed and say, you know what?
Okay.
We're willing to let
Hey, witnesses hold a lot of weight.
Yes. So
Damn.
that's what's going on.
office that strongly believe that they should be released immediately and that they were in fact molested. I have to tell you that after a very careful review of all the arguments that were made for people on both sides of this equation, I came to a place where I believe that under the law, resentencing is appropriate, and I am going to recommend that to a court tomorrow. What that means in this particular case is that we're going to recommend to the court that the life without the possibility of parole be removed, and that they will be sentenced for murder, which, because there are two murders involved, that will be 50 years to life. However, because of their age, under the law, since they were under 26 years of age at the time that these crimes occurred, they will be eligible for parole immediately.
All right. So basically,
wow.
Yeah. So that recommendation now, allows them to go to a parole board immediately, and the parole board would have to approve them, of course. But one of the major things about this case in particular, you have both sides of the family, the wife, mom, the husband, dad, 20 members of the family saying They were abused. Let them go. The sister of the mom, they were abused. They
even the aunt.
The aunt, like the entire family on both sides, publicly in letters and everything, saying we want these guys released. They were abused as kids, and we didn't help them.
Right.
And their parents didn't protect them. That's one of the major issues.
I mean, when you have that many people, even in the family, saying that, man, that's. And it leads you to believe that it's true.
I forgot who I was talking to. I was like, yo, if those dudes get out and they start a podcast, oh my God.
Oh, it's going to go crazy.
They're going to have millions of subscribers.
I mean, they were already rich beforehand, but they're going to be making money, new money.
They're going to, oh, that's another thing. So the dad at the time, the family at the time of the murders had a net worth about $14 million, which is about, in today's dollars, about $30 million. Mm-hmm. They get convicted of killing the parents. There's a law in place. I didn't know this, but basically, if you're my dad and I kill you because you're super rich and I just want to inherit the money, there's a law that says if you're the reason of the death through murder, you're not eligible to receive any of that inheritance.
That makes an
sense.
Amazing.
So
law.
So it's not like they collected this money while in jail, but I was like, man, these guys get out and start a podcast, they're gonna have millions of subscribers.
No question.
But yeah, man, they went in as kids. Like when everything happened, it was 18 and 21, and they've been in jail for 35 years. They've suffered, if you believe they've been abused as from little.
Right.
All they've done their entire life is basically suffer and then you go from suffering through abuse to being in jail now for 30-something years. It's a crazy situation. I wonder how the reaction is going to be when they get out.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I was not even aware of this until you told me today. The fact that they have the possibility of parole is like a shock. I'm wondering if Netflix's documentary played a role in this.
They
said has to have
sure the public sentiment,
because that always happens whenever the public sentiment comes into play and it's by the masses. They start to revisit old stories.
Oh, if you just get on Google, get on Peacock, get on all of a sudden you're flooded with all these documentaries about the Menendez brothers.
Correct.
But someone made a point. He's like, okay, dad was the primary abuser, right? He was brutal, this, that, the other.
And the mom allowed it.
Mom allowed it. But when it comes to shotgunning both of these parents,
listen, you murdered somebody.
Did mom deserve, was mom a big threat?
Yeah, no, listen, and that's the reason why you got to do time.
Yeah, so, but again.
Most of their life has been wasted at this point.
And I heard an interview of one of the brothers said, look, we don't need the money. Like, the 21-year-old had just come from Princeton, where mom and dad just bought him a condo while he's going to print. Like, money wasn't the motivation in this case, right? So for whatever crazy reason, they really thought they just had to make the decision. Right. Not saying it was the right thing, but I think, look, 35 years is enough. They should get out.
They literally wasted the prime years of their life.
No, it's crazy. So, and the parents, if you believe everything that said, parents are just horrible.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if the family's saying that this is what was happening, I mean, I don't feel like it's far-fetched.
In the first trial, you have family members that testified.
Right.
That said, hey, my cousin came up to me and said, hey, does your dad go in your room?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, you murdered two people viciously. They
have to do time anyway.
Of course.
Well, anyway, hey, let us know what you think. Do you agree, disagree? They should get out, stay in. Let us know, and we see y'all soon. Peace. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel and click here. If you want to see more videos like this, click here.